Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and this is my review of the Synology DiskStation DS411 Slim. I wanted to show you this device actually out in the open, sort of in the middle of my desk, just to give you some idea of the tiny proportions of this device. This is a 4-bay NAS server. I'm going to give you a close-up look of it now, and then share my opinion with you about this tiny little device. So this is the Synology DiskStation DS411 Slim, up nice and close for you. Now before I start guiding you around the actual unit itself, I'll just show you that it does come supplied with this base. And this has got sort of rubberized feet on the bottom. And what this does is it just raises the unit up off of your desk or table and allows this fan to at least get some good sort of airflow underneath the device. After all, it is going to be cooling up to 4 internal drives in here. Now this fan is a 60mm drive and it is very quiet. You're hardly going to know that it's actually on. Now round the front of the device, this is where we've got some status lights. We've got one for the unit being switched on, one for LAN activity, and the other one's for hard drive activity. Then we've got a USB socket here. It's USB 2 or USB 1.1 compatible. And this is for plugging in something like a flash drive for getting data on and off of the unit. Then round on this side we've got a couple of buttons, a clear button and also a power button, little spacer in the middle here. This isn't a button itself. And then whilst we're in this sort of view, you can see there is some more vents both sides at the top. This is just to aid with heat dissipation as well. Then round the back, this is where all of the business goes on. This is fantastically laid out. We've got an eSATA port for extending the capacity of the unit. We've also got another USB 2 socket, and just here we've got the Ethernet socket up to gigabit speeds, a reset switch just in case you need to reset the drive. Then we've got the power input. We've also got a Kensington lock here so you can tether it down to a desk. And then we've got the 4 bays, and this will accept 2.5-inch serial ATA hard drives, up to 4 1TB drives. Absolutely fantastic, and these slide in and out very, very easily. This is an unpopulated one, and then if I just go onto here in my number 2 slot here, this is populated with a 1TB drive. Now this drive here, I should give a big shout out to Western Digital. They supplied me with 2 1TB drives. It's their WD10J PVT drives, Western Digital Scorpio Blue, and these are the new low profile. I think they're 9 or 9.5mm profile, these ones, so super thin. Big shout out to Western Digital for supplying me these, and these have been working absolutely fantastically. Now you've got the power and data connections at the front of the drive, and when you pop that back in, there's no need to fiddle with any cables or anything like that. It's just straight in and it locates into place. How easy is that? Let me just pop out this number 1 in here, and you can see this is another one of those Western Digital Scorpio Blues. So super easy to install drives, and it's straight back in there. Oh, I should mention that when you've got these drives, you can use these screws to screw them in here or into the base of the little sleds that are supplied. Now with the DS411 Slim, you get everything you need to get up and running. You get the power cables, you get the Ethernet cable as well, so you can connect it to your network. It is just a fantastic little unit. It's actually got a central processing unit, or a CPU, in here that runs at 1.6 GHz, and it also sports 256 megabytes of DDR3 memory, so it's got its own memory in here as well. And just to give you an idea of the size, I showed you it on my desk, it's just 120 by 105 by 142mm. That is absolutely fantastic. So its longest dimension is on the depth here, 142mm. It weighs just 0.66 kilograms, so just over half a kilogram. Absolutely fantastic. Now you can use this for storing your files centrally, or you could use it for sort of backing up files as well. You could use it in a RAID configuration to give you some sort of redundancy on your files. And what I mean by that is if one of the hard drives fails, you've still got all your data safe on another hard drive. So that is really fantastic. Now it works on Mac or PC. It supports CIFS, AFP, NFS, FTP, WebDAV, iSCSI, Telnet, SSH and SNMP networking protocols, and the file systems it supports are ext4, ext3, FAT and NTFS, so plenty of different file system formats as well. With regards to the type of RAID configurations, it will support RAID 0, RAID 1, RAID 5, RAID 5 plus spare, RAID 6, RAID 10, a hybrid RAID, which is Synology's own sort of RAID system, and it even supports JBOD as well, so to see all of the disks that you've got installed as just one large volume. Now the power of these drives is superb by itself. I mean, this unit works flawlessly, but the DiskStation Manager software is what really makes this differentiate itself from the rest. It gives you so much control and so many added features. You've got things like an iTunes server, a print server, download station, audio station, photo station, web station, a mail server, FTP server as well. The list goes on, and there's even some support on here for iPhone and Android applications, so you can use an app on your phone to gain access to your data. Now I've been using this to swing data around my network between my Mac and this device, and also my laptop. It's worked absolutely flawlessly. I've also been using this to stream movies, so I've got some movies backed up onto here, and then I've been streaming them from here to my Sony PS3. Again, no problems at all. So what really surprises me about the DS411 Slim is just how small it is, and I've also been so pleased and impressed with its performance. The price is good too. This is going to cost you around about £225 in the UK. That's for an unpopulated model, so you don't get any drives pre-installed for that price, or around about $300 if you're in the US. Now that might sound like a lot, but you've got a very versatile product in the DS411 Slim, and something that can serve up media at a good speed and also doesn't take up too much space if you're accommodating this in your actual sort of work area. For myself, I normally put my little NAS servers in another room, but not everyone can do that. So having something this small really does make sense. It's a fantastic little device, and I can highly recommend it. Well, thank you very much for watching my review of the Synology DiskStation DS411 Slim. I'll see you all again in the next video.